Why aren't you all beautiful today? Hello and welcome to the show, or whatever this is. I don't know.
Hello.
It has been another week, so my tech fellow bros and broettes out there. And yeah, welcome. So anyway, this has been another week of tech news, I guess, but spoiler alert, because oh man, there has been some AI news this week, a lot. So it is what it is. I mean, AI, it's exciting, but yes, a lot of things of AI, but again, it's the future kind of, so because yeah, I don't know. Because Apple said so. Apple Intelligence and something. I don't know. They are all investing in AI, so I guess that's what we're gonna get. Yes, yeah.
That's how exciting it is that I'm yawning.
Yeah.
The prospect of talking about speech summarizations and image generations and video generations.
Oh yeah.
And whatever the fuck, I don't know what they announced, but
yeah,
something in that vein.
Yeah, even though it's like meh pretty much on the iPhone right now, but hey, it gets better. Something maybe Siri with AI at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god, the Siri activated on my devices. Anyways, how you been? Doing good? How has been the week?
I was sick the entire week, so.
Oh yeah, I heard about
flu.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So got it from work or something?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Just did this quick test, and it showed that I have flu. So.
But then a lots of time to hang out at home and play some games. No.
I guess so. Yeah, I did take a sick leave.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course I got sick right before Tasty Darshers started, so which is the busiest time of the year.
Which is
so they were like, yeah, I guess you should probably stay at home because if
everybody
gets sick, then we're pretty much fucked.
Because kinda good because way less work because it's not like more cash, right? Well, I mean tips maybe.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but
could be, but I mean, yeah. I'll still make it to most of it, obviously. My sick leave is ending when? Tomorrow, actually. But we'll see when I'm going back to work. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I was sick for like 3 days. I was like quite sick, so I didn't really do anything. And the rest of the time, I did. Guess, yeah, I finished the game.
Ooh.
Actually, I finished 2 games, actually. But one I was almost done with last week, and I think I talked about it, so. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
The winter is almost over, so that's nice, I guess.
Yes. All right.
I got some snow.
Yeah.
Like.
Same here, but it's like
3 millimeters.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. Something
so that
like
happened.
Exactly. This is also here. Like 3.
Mauritius' phone is on the way, according to Omniwa.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's good.
I don't exactly know what that means. I mean, it can take us some time, but Omniwa did the message that it's on the way. Not that there's anything exciting about the phone. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same phone as he already has.
Yeah.
But
literally,
I guess,
what was it? The the new one, the S25.
S25 Plus, yeah.
Yes, it's not like we literally talked about for half an hour about the phone last week, but hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all the same, basically.
Yeah.
I am like, I mean, even Maurice's current phone supports AI features, so I guess there isn't even anything software-wise that's super exciting. But I mean,
yeah.
still a new phone, so Nowadays I have very like utilitarian approach to technology. I mean, I still like to have a semi like hassle-free experience with tech, so I usually don't go for like mid-range options, even though I fully understand that
Uh-huh.
they are pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I stopped being excited about new phones. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think since like iPhone 10 generation.
Yeah, but because again, we are in like I don't know the end game of the end game phones because it's like
Yeah,
yeah, the iPhone has been the same for 5 years. The Samsung phones
it
have
really
been
has been. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we can only add like more AI sparkle onto the phone to
Mm.
get
Yeah,
some
that's why we can't. Not we,
yeah
but they can't shut up about AI nowadays because
yeah because
what else is there to be?
this is the new hype.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Speaking of hypes, things, stuffs.
Mm.
Uh, yes, there have been some AI news. Okay, let's dive in. And but I promise there is some other news also this week. So just to set the tone, last week we reported about like DeepSeek has been on the scene, has arrived. Basically, January 21st. Well, I mean, okay, I rolled it
Mm-hmm.
over a week, and it pretty much sent some shockwaves, if you want to call it, if it's some sensationalist headlines, whatever. I mean, Nvidia stock like actually fell like over 10%, which is like yes, I mean
Which is
10,
a lot.
which is a lot because Nvidia is like a $3 trillion company, so it's like I don't know 600
What's
billion or
Nvidia?
whatever,
What's
or
Nvidia's stock price?
so it's pretty
Okay, so we're like $100. I mean,
yeah.
it
So
lost like $12 valuation, and that's a lot of money for some people.
oh yeah, so basically, so this happened last week, kinda, sorta, and
Yeah,
and
I'm aware of
now
that.
and the reason why people were like, what the hell just happened, why this happened was the reason because all the tech CEOs and everyone on the AI scene were pretty much like, no, you kind of need Nvidia GPUs to run all the AIs of the world, and DeepSeek was kind of like, kind of no, and that's why all the Nvidia like fanboys like, yep, okay, apparently we don't
Mm-hmm.
need Nvidia GPUs anymore or something, and that's why.
How? What's the word I'm looking for? How? Hmm. What is the word I'm looking for? How easy it is to shake people's alleged fanboyism for a specific brand and corporation. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
all
Yeah,
all of these things happened in the matter of like
days.
hours, days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. And of course, if you invest in stuff, you know that, oh, well, the price dropped, amazing, let's buy more of it. Then you get into this like very kind of like mundane like investment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it is funny every time like, oh no, Nintendo CEO sneezed, stock price dropped by ten
Yeah.
percent. What if
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
dies?
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny.
But Lord's Film. Good morning.
Hello.
Glad you can join us on and not firing up City Skylines 1. And
Well, I mean, one can
thank you.
multitask.
Yes, one.
I feel like it's a very kind of game that you can play
Or
while
maybe he
listening to
has
something.
he has it open, but we are just on a
Yeah.
second screen or something.
That's what I would be doing.
Yeah. All right, but okay, so let's dive deeper because pun DeepSeek. Anyway, deeper. Anyway, so why is it like way less demanding, and why is it so efficient? And now we finally have the answer. Also, what the hell even happened? Basically, to get as efficient and not to use any GPUs whatsoever. You don't program any safeguards into your AI, and that's basically the answer. So every single test that you want to jailbreak the AI or something. Look, jailbreaking AI means like you make the AI do something that it's not allowed to or is not made for or whatever, basically. So you can ask about it. Famously, it's you can ask about it. You cannot ask about it only about China. You cannot ask about Tiananmen Square and all the about is Taiwan a country or is Taiwan part of China and stuff. So that was the only basically guardrail about this, and basically every interaction that you ever do with DeepSeek is like, yep, they have no passwords whatsoever. You can make them whatever, do whatever. You can make them tell me, DeepSeek, please, how to make cocaine. Tell me, please, how to make explosives. It's all like you can do anything. You can probably make like explosive cocaine even or something. I don't know.
A new product on the market.
Yeah, that's the new hotness, I guess.
That sounds marketable. I feel like there's some money to be made there.
Yeah. Anyway,
we should workshop that idea.
Yeah. That's the next one. So because of all this, because it doesn't have any guardrails, countries just started banning this thing because people are like inputting all the deep secrets from the government into the chatbots because of course they are, because people are people. And so Taiwan bans the DeepSeek AI, Italy bans the DeepSeek AI, and I did a Google search also about like Texas is also banning the DeepSeek AI, and some all the countries and all the counties and all the states are probably following at some point also. But it's very interesting in terms of like, I have seen on the internet this week a lot of how many people are actively want to run, because DeepSeek is open source. So you can like basically download them. If you don't know what open source means, you can make your own DeepSeek without ever connecting to the internet if you want to. So you can download all the stuff to your computer, and preferably the computer isn't like connected to the internet. And you can literally have the super intelligent Siri if you want to, and who can be your actual assistant or whatever, run in your home on your own computer, which is a lot of people were like, what is that happening? So people were already doing that with Llama. Llama is from Facebook, but it's not as capable, it's not as powerful, it's not as good. And here's like DeepSeek going like, yep, it's as good as the best one. ChatGPT, it's basically as good. And people are going right now pretty crazy about running DeepSeek on computers, on locally. So they're all the internet is filled now with guides and what computer do you need and what configuration, how to set it up, and it's exploded onto Reddit, YouTube, whatever, basically. So if you want to run locally, because it's open source, you can make it whatever you want. You can make it very specifically for your niche, whatever you want to, whatever, build your own app, which got me actually a little bit excited about my own old project. I kind of wanted to create an app technically at some point in my life 10 years ago or something. And I have watched some videos about this, and this is like literally the next almost. Okay, not quite, but you have all the tools right now. It's like compared to 10 years ago, it's insane. Like I have watched one video about like the goal is to get the idea back then 10 years ago. I wanted to create my own accommodation app, so kind of Airbnb-ish, because that's what I do, kind of. And yeah, it's easier than ever basically with these AIs. Anyway, I don't know if I have time. That's a whole nother completely separate story. But oh man, if you ever want to code something, an app or website or whatever, then this is the time, kind of, I feel like. But yeah, anyway. So lots of people running DeepSeek locally, and this is so. And of course, you can have your own fork of it. So meaning that you can have, because the original R1, the DeepSeek R1 requires a $6,000 computer, which is not 60,000, not like 600,000 or 60,000 like previously, like OpenAI. Basically, you have your own supercomputer in your data center or whatever to, because this is so light, it doesn't have all the guardrails, so you can get by with like only $6,000 computer technically. And it goes even further than that, because you can have all these because it's open source. You can strip out some stuff you don't want and some stuff you want, and then you can like get as low as people are running some forks of DeepSeek basically on Mac Minis right now also, which is like crazy. Mac Mini M4 DeepSeek locally. Some people are of course stacking Mac Minis to get like a more powerful AI, but some people are literally running on one Mac Mini also, which is like, yeah. Anyway, so this is happening right now in the world right now. People are just putting AIs on their Mac Minis right now, and some other computers also, if you want to go harder, basically. But yeah, if you want to have the original that the OG China released, then you need a kind of $6,000 PC, I guess. But hey,
well, that's not terrible.
It's not like 60,000. And so, and on one other like weird twist of events, and OpenAI is like now like, of course, completely losing their mind right now in their because there's a Chinese competitor who is completely for free, and they are like investigating if has evidence in China's DeepSeek that DeepSeek trained their model on OpenAI, because and so this is the Spider-Man meme all over again. Do you know the Spider-Man meme? Yes. This
point here.
Yes. So because, as we all know, OpenAI has been trained on the whole entire internet anyway, stealing about every single content they can possibly get from the internet, and now they are mad because DeepSeek used their own model to train themselves. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, Spider-Man meme. And yes, so OpenAI and Microsoft ironically accuse DeepSeek of copyright infringement, because this is of course. Anyway, and by the way, but okay. This is just when you think about it. This is open source, so you can literally download it. You don't have to it's literally for free. You literally open source. what are the models that China has that are not, because China feels basically this confident about an AI model that they're literally giving out for free right now that is on par with the best AIs out there right now, which is crazy. So imagine the stuff that they don't give you, that they want to charge money for you. This is so. And
are there such things? Do they do that?
Yeah. So the next AI that China also released this week, Alibaba released a new AI also from China. So it's called Gwen 2.5. Again, I don't know. Weird name, but hey. And here's it's not open source, but as far as I can tell, it's still free to use, but it's not like open source. They're not like giving it away. It's dumping. Anyway, so here is a comparison chart. Oh, I guess, this is a better picture. Yeah. The new Gwen is even better than the DeepSeek before. So, yeah. And basically, Alibaba releases AI models surpasses even DeepSeek. So this is where we are at right now. They are collecting information. That's how you pay for it. Yes. But that's for every single AI anyway. So that's like, but OpenAI is also collecting information, and that's how you pay for it also. So they are training on their models on us, and that's the payment. But that's like every single AI. So anyway, it doesn't. Anyway, so and here's some weird pictures of the OpenAI's CEO and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and I don't know, they're now just broing out, I guess, or something, and they are trying to figure out how to extinguish all the fires that have been lit, and they kind of look like, I don't know, Minecraft YouTubers or something. I don't know. And
like middle-aged Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah.
Anyway, board game enthusiasts or something.
And here's a question, because they are basically on fire right now. The OpenAI, the headquarters is like completely going crazy right now. How do you get a $200 per month service now completely for free? Well, the answer was before, like that. Yeah, you release a Chinese AI that is like way better than yours for free, and open source, and they're now like, okay, no, $200, nope, now it's for free. Like what? What? This is the power of competition. And
I mean, I don't know if it's the power of competition or just delusion, because I don't know. I'm not surprised that China can produce sophisticated AI systems.
Because China
I feel like it's very much like, American delusion speaking. But since we're all affected by it in some way, shape, or form, since we are affected by American soft power, then we kind of also transmit the same delusion. So we're kind of biased to think that like nothing could possibly be better than whatever is being developed in the West, but like of course it can.
Yeah, of course it can.
And
because
compounded with the idea that China has always had a reputation of like, well, there's no innovation in China, there's no like high tech, there's no nothing. They just like either produce good stuff for others or copy the good stuff from others, and that's just how it works. And they are incapable of doing anything else. And clearly that's not the case whatsoever,
Yeah, because have you seen how the Chinese EVs are taking over the world right now, and how TikTok has taken over the world, and all the stuff we haven't even seen from this country, because the internal systems, how they like manage billions of people, basically with all the social credit scores and stuff. Holy, that's like we haven't seen anything about this. So basically, again, continuing on with OpenAI completely being on fire. OpenAI, so previously the O1 was the latest model, which was the good one and the $200 per month one. So they completely okay, now here is the new one, O3, because of course we have to release a new one because please, we're still the monopoly, please. No. And so they are offering even free trials for the new O3 just to convince you that no, we are still number one. Please, don't leave. I know that DeepSeek is a way hotter girlfriend and way newer one, but hey, how about this new O3 model?
Yeah. Well, that just tells us that the price tags they put on these things were completely arbitrary and didn't mean anything. And we're not rooted in any kind of like objective reality, which is fair enough. I mean, that's always the case, especially when you're paying for, services, right? I mean, it's rarely rooted in some kind of like, okay, this is how much we spent making this, so therefore our price should be this. Like, it's very rarely that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
it's always what the market can bear. It's always what the person is willing to pay.
yeah, and how quickly, I also would like to emphasize how quickly, since ChatGPT made its way on the market in the era of full-on like complete enshittification of the services that have existed for a long time, and it took them a while to enshittify slowly over time, over the years, and how quickly this completely like disruptive, like this revolutionary service. No one has ever seen anything like this. How quickly it has adopted the same formula, right? We're like, oh, you can have this shitty free version, but if you really want to use it, you have to pay us $20 or
Yeah.
200. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah. This is crazy what is going on right now. Also, yeah, again, I don't know. I want to, because AI is a kind of a tool that whether we like it or not, it's going to be the future, I guess, or something. But and I like technology, so I'm probably going to set up at some point some kind of a local AI thing. We'll see, but I will like dabble in it. But yeah, we'll see. But again, I need to find some time. But hey, if I can run it locally on a computer, that would be maybe interesting. But yeah, again, I need to see like some more concrete stuff that I can like. Yes, a super powerful Siri or whatever running locally without any cloud and runs really fast. Doesn't need to have an internet connection. That sounds really good to me. And who can actually do stuff also. But yeah, again, but I think it's some months away, and then we will get some really good YouTube videos that maybe we can like I can like try out. And anyway, so that those are my thoughts. But yeah, anyway, we'll see.
The of course, also the fact that whoever is responsible for these Chinese AI systems don't seem to be particularly concerned with the burden of ethics. So, which kind of would explain the manuals for making makeshift explosive devices and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So that probably speeds up the process of learning and just overall like ease of creating this whatever LLAs. But I mean, you can see the same exact thing happening in the West as well, right? I mean, in the beginning, it was kind of like, okay, we have to be careful, we have to be cautious, we have to think of what we're doing and stuff like that. And how quickly did that also all go by the wayside? In a matter of months.
Yeah. So
So
again, this is I don't know. China is like they are. Is it almost like a flex or something that they are just releasing this completely for free, completely open source, which is like, why are you doing this basically? Which is kind of what? Well, okay, you get like training data, of course, because people, want
tons of training data, absolutely free, no strings attached.
but at the same time, but open sourcing it, because if you open source it, and then the people, if they are not using internet, then you don't get the training data. So that's why I'm like,
I guess it's just the risk that they're willing to take.
Yeah, I guess, and that's why I'm like, why open sourcing it? Oh, are the real models that they have over in China like just orders of magnitude better than this anyway? So they don't even care about this one because this is for the kids or something to play around.
Oh yeah, and if it's so economical and can run on virtually
well, basically
like
anything, because
domestic quality hardware, then you can imagine what kind of model they can run on like a supercomputer, right?
Yes, lot as well.
And correction, they're not burdened by the question of morality and ethics in any regard except for the preservation of the Chinese regime, of course. In which case they're very interested, right? And very concerned. But still it's a lot less concerned than like what we have had in the Western AI models.
Yeah.
In the beginning, not anymore.
Yes, lots of film. That's what we have been talking about. Exactly. You can make your own AI, and run it locally without any internet connection, and you can literally download the AI to make it work for you. Anyway, yes. Oh man, we'll see how this plays out, and the latest Alibaba model. We'll see.
I just love to see all these Altmans and Bellas and stuff just sweating in their boots.
Oh yeah, they are sweating.
Like, okay. Shit just got real, And what to say about like the actually like shitty models like that nobody wants to use anyway.
There were even some chatter on the internet that people were speculating like, is OpenAI done? Because here's a free model, completely open source, and like, why should I pay ever for your product anymore? Like, what?
Absolutely. I mean, that's like, it's expected because it's a large corporation that wants to make money. And would it have been a lot better in terms of PR and everything for them to have fully functional ChatGPT for free for everyone interested?
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. But they have to make money, They like these coins and dollars and euros, so
yeah. So I'm curious. Again, here's all the forks from olama.com. I don't know what that is, who owns this, but here's the DeepSeek R1, all the forks, the different versions that you can like download. I think 28 right now, probably even more, because this is only one website probably, and there's many websites like huggingface.com and what are all the others, the GitHub and all the other ones also. So who knows how many are there out there? So you can like literally, if whatever hardware you have, you can have the specific version, download it, set it up, and it's done. Anyway, let's move over to some other news also a little bit, because okay, so how about a Garmin watch that is completely useless now because it shows a blue triangle because Garmin had a oopsie and it has watches to crash but still may need to fix your crashed watch, so has pushed a blue triangle fix for its watches. So if you own a Garmin watch and you have seen this blue triangle, then Garmin finally updated the thing, and you should get the update to have your watch again functioning. And I'm only bringing up smartwatches because this week Google open sources again. Open source. I don't know what this is, but this is the open source week or something. Google open sources PebbleOS, the new Pebble devices in development. So this is a smartwatch. If you don't know, I even made a video 9 years ago about this thing. So this is a e-paper ink smartwatch that lasts I don't know, 2 weeks.
That's fun.
And and it has physical buttons. That's basically the biggest things. It has e-ink, open source, but all lines go back to the Google. Yeah, it's weird that Google does this also. But anyway, so I really like this watch actually because it has, again, physical buttons. You don't have to look at your watch whatsoever to change like music or on your, like, if you're outside and you're like, if you have gloves on and you don't want to like Apple Watch, no, you just click a button. Next track. Very convenient. Or whatever. You write you drive a car or whatever. I like this, and great battery life. I really like this. So anyway, so basically that's coming back. But again, we don't know how, and we don't know who. Well, I mean, when rather. But it's the original developer of the PebbleOS. So this watch launched in 2012, then got bought by Fitbit in 2016, and then 2021, Google bought Fitbit. Yes.
It's probably some kind of new Fitbit device.
But except it's not, because PebbleOS, it's their own open source operating system running on it now. So it has, which is, and people can make the PebbleOS whatever, because again, it's open source. So we'll see. Could be fun. I don't know. I
guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like the battery life on my like smart-ish smartwatch, because and the physical buttons. Those were the main ones. But yeah, of course, some color would be, well, they did some color watches also, by the way. My watch was just black and white, but Pebble Time was released later, and it had a color screen. I mean, it doesn't look as great as the Apple Watch or whatever, but hey, it was still a color screen. You can have some colors, because colored e-ink e-paper is a thing now, and you can have it on your wrist. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I want one. I want to sign up. Is there like a no, there is no Estonia. Oh man, come on, there's only you can have only if you live in, wait, what? The 3 countries in Europe? Oh, no. Okay. Well, 4. Weird.
Which are what?
France, Germany, Netherlands, and UK.
Okay. The usual suspects.
But
Okay.
Netherlands, usually I would usually throw in like I usually see like Spain and
I guess maybe, yeah.
yeah, but and Italy is also missing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the big
Italians don't wear watches.
like yeah, I guess. Anyway,
They use like the sundials,
yeah, yeah.
and their hand watches are also like mini sundials. That would be kind of chic. Kind of like
who was? Oh my god, where did I see this? Yeah. I have some kind of a movie made this gag about like a sundial on your watch.
oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah. I
see,
have seen this
I
somehow.
thought I came up with that idea.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can.
See, but I mean,
Sun.
I guess you could make it work
Yeah. I mean, you have to stand like.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
in a
Uh,
very specific way, but yeah.
yes. Yeah, a sundial watch on YouTube doesn't give me anything, but probably The Simpsons or something.
Mm-hmm. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was like a. Oh, no idea. Yeah, my brain doesn't go as far back. I think it was a long time ago. All right. Anyway, but also this is finally happening for some reason because in the news of the Captain Obvious layer, EU to make Temu, Shein, and Shein, I guess, and Amazon liable for unsafe goods.
Oh no, not
Well,
Shane. What does Shane do?
what? You don't know
I don't.
Shein?
I don't.
Well,
I don't
I
know
mean,
what that is.
okay, yeah, that's fair because Shein is kind of well, it's basically China again because of
Mm-hmm.
course it
I
is.
mean, I know what Temu is, but a very kind of
Yeah,
like.
Shein is basically clothing, but also
Okay.
China. So
Uh, I know it in a very kind of like just general sense that it
yeah,
exists. I have never actually used Temu.
yeah. I haven't used either of them either. But all the girlfriends in their 30s and 40s, they're like ordering all the new clothes from Shein basically right now because it's cheap and yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'm looking
Temu
at it
is
right now.
more for anything really, but Shein is more. Is it Shein.com? I have even.
Can I send you a link? I wonder. Wait. I was looking at. I just opened men's clothing on Shane or Sheen or whatever,
Yeah.
and literally the first thing I see, literally the first article of clothing that I see. I
Yes.
don't know if it will be. I will be able to.
Is it
Would show
is
to
it
you the
safe for
exact thing it's
work?
saying. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess so. Depends on
Okay.
your
You guess so.
depends on your tolerance for
Wow.
men
Okay.
boobs.
Okay.
Did it
Mm,
open the thing?
yes.
Ah, okay, good. Literally the first article of clothing that you see, or that I saw on this website.
I
I thought it was
mean,
quite funny.
sure. Mi vida loca.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, looks good. What's this weird tattoo on
Sure.
the
I have no. Oh
oh,
yeah, wait. I didn't even register the
what
tattoo.
is this like on the
La vida
side that you
loca.
don't even
Yeah.
like completely see?
Do you
Like
mean like this sort of face,
yeah,
or?
the something F on the under the left right nipple. I don't know. Anyway,
Hmm, wait, what's happening?
what's going on?
Uh, I am being called.
Oh, okay. I
Wait,
can
can
turn
I
off
mute
your
myself for a second?
phone. Oh yeah, I can turn off. Not that was me. Sorry. Uh, yes. Anyway, he takes a phone call. It is what it is. Anyway, he will be back. So, but yeah, Shein, I guess. Anyway, what? So yeah, finally, I guess EU is. What do you mean, ok? What do you mean, lots of? Anyway, I buy also by the way from AliExpress only. I haven't used either of those, but hey, I'm pretty sure EU will make the same rule apply for AliExpress also. Shein and Temu. So we'll see. I have heard that they are pretty shitty. I mean, yeah. So is like pretty much all the clothes. I mean, okay, yeah. But AliExpress is basically the same. Uh-oh. I think he's back. Okay.
Why do I have to have a scam call in the middle? Can we just like agree that scammers should just like message you instead? Like how rude is it to like
yeah.
interrupt our Ricky Martin fan club meeting
Oh, yeah.
with scam call? Ugh.
Oh, with a scam call. Oh my
Oh, that's
god.
what I got. Yeah,
Oh my
I got a
god.
call allegedly from
From Shein?
Omniwa, which has
From Shein or
oh
Temu?
not so quickly. I got it from Omniwa.
Ah, I
Which
see.
again, I have never been contacted by Omniwa in my entire life because why would I? And if I was contacted by Omniwa, why wouldn't they just email me? You know?
Really? How did they get your phone number? Because you are not in any like.
I have no idea. Maybe from CV Cascus or something.
Ah, that makes sense.
Anyway, I was
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
claims.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I got a package or something kind of document, and it said the customs. I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this.
Yeah. Of course.
Where were we?
Anyway, yeah, Shein and Temu. So basically, the EU is
Yeah.
making finally a law that, by the way, if you do sell like unsafe things, because they absolutely sell unsafe things from,
Yeah.
because they don't bother with EU standardizations
Oh,
and
yeah.
certifications and whatever, then some do,
Yeah.
but some don't. So, yeah. Anyway,
Not
so
if they don't have to.
so this is the Captain Obvious news of the week, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move over to. Okay, how about a little bit more closer to home, because the fake CE certifications. Yes, I have seen those. Yep. So how about YouTube channel and TikToker that is spreading some lies about the Baltic countries fleeing to Belarus and Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is also a thing. There's
Mm-hmm.
some YouTubers out there that are like reporting how many, just masses amounts of people who are fleeing the Baltics right now.
Mm-hmm. I
Because,
mean, on the topic of that, I mean, it is, of course, largely Russian propaganda. But to that point, first of all, how can this be anything other than good news? Even if it were happening, the people who would be fleeing Estonia and Latvia and Lithuania to Russia or Belarus would probably be Russians who are being,
yes,
victimized or whatever, oppressed by the angry, Baltic people. So that's good.
yeah,
That's like filtration happening.
yeah,
But on the topic of like migration and stuff, like this is a stereotype that has that I have actually heard actively, even in my like, living in Ukraine, going to school as in like my bachelor's degree, and this was just like something that was very much a thing that people have propagated. Like our professors would say, like, "Oh, there is like a mass exodus of like Estonians from Estonia because nobody wants to live there because it's terrible."
yeah,
And I'm like, where do you get that from? Obviously now we know where they got that from.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but this kind of propaganda, it travels in very like roundabout ways and kind of like lodges
Mm-hmm.
into like minds of like people. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily in Estonia or in the Baltics, but in like neighboring countries, and they may have a very weird remember it so vividly. And my parents would call me. Everything was so like heightened and so like urgent at the time. my parents would call me, and they are in the active war zone. Well, not in the active war zone, but in a warring country, and they would call me and be like, "Uh, "Honey, are you okay? We watched some news somewhere. I don't know where they watched it,
Mm-hmm.
that like there is no buckwheat in the stores, and people are going to Belarus to purchase buckwheat." And I was like, "What is happening?
What?
What is
Yeah,
happening?"
this is this is the propaganda machine, like reaching
Yeah.
some people that it is not supposed to reach, basically. I don't know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Which
Mhm.
is, yeah. So, and I'm adding this also just to be aware of these things, that yeah, this is a thing that is like happening or whatever, which is not. And yeah, we should be like educated. Please, people, don't believe anything that's on the internet before you like
Absolutely, yeah.
verify
Especially
stuff.
nowadays. Especially nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. And if you see this man apparently on TikTok and on YouTube or something,
Yeah. Yeah. And
because
just don't use TikTok
yeah, yeah,
or YouTube.
yeah.
Okay, I guess you can use
I
YouTube
mean,
or
this
TikTok.
is, yeah,
You can watch YouTube. You can watch our channel on YouTube, but
yeah, yeah,
nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah. And we promise we don't do shorts, because
We don't do
who does
shorts.
shorts anyway? I guess.
Apparently, everyone.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go. Okay, how about some gaming news this week? Actually,
And before we move on, why
oh,
is it always that fucking scammers who call? Also, like, if you're a scammer and you're listening to this, like,
I
why
mean,
do they always start talking to me in Russian? That like
yes,
immediately kind of
yes,
raises my alarm level to like over
same.
100%. And like, oh,
I
because I have never spoken to any person, figure of authority
mm-hmm.
in Estonia, in the way that like they would approach me for some reason, right? Whether
Yeah.
it be like a governmental like a person, or perhaps a like a police person, or even like a HR person from some company.
Mm-hmm.
Never have I been approached by anyone who would like immediately start speaking to me in Russian.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would always ask because, of course, they clock that my last name is not Estonian, so they just ask what language I would like to speak. And
Mm-hmm.
at this point, I don't care, so let me just speak Estonian. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
just like be
Yeah.
more creative. I mean,
My
waste people's time in Estonian, you know?
yeah. My reaction is like, as soon as I hear like two like letters from the Russian alphabet, then I'm like, yeah, eesti
Honestly.
keeles, palun. Anyway,
I never tried that. I mean, maybe they don't speak Estonian,
they
so
don't. That's the
I guess
thing.
they don't.
That's
Yeah.
they immediately hang up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten like all the Russian scam calls. They immediately hang up if you want them to speak Estonian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe you're right. Yeah. I mean, I just usually just
Yeah, yeah,
end the
yeah,
call
yeah.
immediately and be like, oh, okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
I always have this like idea. If you're actually calling me about something important,
Yeah,
just send
same,
me an email.
same,
You
same.
know,
Who does call in the year
or
text
send me
message?
a snail mail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Send me a
If it's like
letter.
super like official, and yeah, like send me a letter, have it like stamped and everything.
I
And it's like
have,
actually
I
something
have.
legit.
Fun fact: I have literally received a scam
Oh,
physical letter also in my
oh, that's
mailbox.
also a thing.
It,
Okay.
it is a thing. If you own a company, yes, then it's a thing.
Mm. Somebody was trying to send you some invoices, like that guy who scammed like millions
Uh,
of dollars from
it
Google.
the scam is that you need to send your VAT, so value
Mm.
added tax number, to this company in Germany or something. And I don't know how it goes from there, but I immediately Googled like, what the hell is that? And it's a scam, yes. And I didn't
Yeah,
put.
why would you?
Yeah, but the first question is anyway something, usually something harmless. and then they get you in, like, because you confirmed yourself that, oh, this probably is real or something, even though if they don't do anything with the number, which is a public available number, but
I was gonna say, I mean, if you are in some kind of trouble with the tax police or something,
yes,
they know what your bad number is.
yes, exactly,
right?
yes, exactly.
So I mean, what up?
So this is just to confirm to yourself that this is probably something, I don't know, I have to do or something, and then the second letter will be the scam or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's the same with like personal codes, right? You can see personal codes on like CV Caspus or something.
Yes and no. This is a kind of a gray area that I understand. It's like, I don't completely, because they were, for many years it was like the easy go, the social security number, the whatever, the number of a person is kind of a secret, because you can technically sign up for stuff with this number to some companies to
You
take.
still have to confirm.
Yeah, but you can make a
Some, like,
fake autograph with the name, with if you know the person's name and the personal number, and then you sign a contract and you take out a loan. That would be bad.
I guess so.
Yeah, and that's what people did, and that's why it was like a, we don't give out, but at the same time I have heard also that no, this is not private info anymore.
But you wouldn't do just, they wouldn't give you a loan just based on the EasyCo code. They would have to verify your identity, right?
Well, yeah, but that's how you just present some random, you find whatever, yeah, ID card, driver's license, and you immediately go take out the loan or something.
I guess so.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. All right, let's move over to some good news this week, because Sony finally surrendered. The PSN accounts will be optional for 4 games.
Oh, was this the gaming news that you were alluding to previously?
Yes.
Okay, I just completely escaped my mind, and then you went on something else. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I did hear about this news, yes.
Yes, if you have a company, then your ID code is public. Yes, exactly. Which is the kind of the weird part, because yeah, I think my ID code is technically public. Anyway, yeah, that's why I'm like, but again. All right, but so Spider-Man 2, Last of Us Part 2, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, and God of War Ragnarok. So basically these 4 games previously required a PSN account, which is the PlayStation Network account, which, by the way, if you don't know the whole thing, then Sony PSN, the PSN network, is not available in every single country, but the games are. So you can buy a game, but you cannot play it. Which some people, because
interesting.
Which is the weird part. Yeah, the PSN, is PSN in Estonia now? I think it is.
PSN, there's no Estonian PSN.
Yes, I think Estonia was one of the ones who doesn't have the.
Yeah, there's plenty of countries who don't have.
Yeah. So you can literally buy games that you cannot play, which is like, what?
Okay, it's interesting. Steam tells me that these games are. What's happening? So I googled, and it shows me God of War, no problem. But every other game I Google, it shows me that it's not available in my country, which is weird.
Okay. Yeah,
can you just on Steam? Oh no, I wasn't looking at PSN. I was just looking at Steam.
Yes, Estonia is not on the list,
Yeah,
which is yeah.
yeah.
So you can which is kind
I
of
mean,
a
I suppose probably just not worth it for however many thousands of people in Estonia, have PlayStation and use it.
mm-hmm.
And to have like customer support and whatnot, and an entire like storefront. Like, I mean, Ukraine is a large market and it has a PSN,
Yes.
and it's such a mess. Like, it's half of the interface is in Ukrainian, half of the interface is in Russian. You get emails in two languages. It's like a
Yeah,
complete mess.
what is this like? This is one is Russia, one is Ukrainian.
Oh wait, what? Oh, wait, I didn't see that. Wait,
Is this
okay, so it has Ukraine twice,
okay?
and the first one says in Ukrainian language, Russian language, and the second one says in Ukrainian language.
Wait,
But
wait,
neither
what?
of those is true because it's kind of a little bit of all over the place.
Okay, weird.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so I mean, on some level, I understand because it may not be worth the hassle. But again, like it seemingly cannot see these games that are allegedly
Yeah.
supposed to be for sale in Estonia.
So, but the good news overall is technically, yeah, you can play these games, and basically, Sony finally got the message that, yeah, people want to play the games, and
Yeah.
The PSN account restriction thing is going away, maybe. But yeah,
Yeah.
and as far as I can, oh yeah, the bypass the. But if you want to sign up for the PSN thing, then you get some in-game stuff, some whatever, I don't know, horse armor or whatever cosmetic things, I
Ooh,
guess. And
awesome.
if you really want to, and which is the correct way, I would say, to do this thing. If you really want to have your PSN account, then you can have the PSN
Mm-hmm.
thing, I guess. Except for, yes, not in this country and
Yeah.
and some other countries, but yeah. But it's only cosmetic things, I guess. Anyway, so let's yeah, it's time for meme break because it's a little bit a shorter stream today, I guess.
Mm.
And I wanted to yes, this has been my week also. So I wanted to show this thing that happened to me also because
Oh.
yes, because literally people were right. I posted this on Instagram and people were literally like, "Oh my god, are these people real right now?" And this was an actual conversation, I don't know, 3 days ago, 4 days ago or something with a person. And yeah, then and people were like advising me like, but because like, so I should communicate to them that like, oh no, it's not available anymore. So because that's when they drive immediately to my place when I say it's not available, then they will immediately pick up or something. So anyway, they were making some jokes about this also because some
So
people even sorry.
did the story get any continuation, or that was the
No,
last thing you
that
heard
was
from
it.
them?
That was it.
Okay.
I
All right.
mean, what do you even answer to that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Are you aware of an Estonian app for selling stuff called Yaga?
yes.
Okay. I just found out about this like last week. I was
Oh,
like, oh, that's fun.
yes. It's very niche, basically for clothes only. I mean,
Okay.
yes, you can sell all the stuff you want, but all the people know this for. It's mostly for girls because they buy
Okay.
clothes. I mean, not to be like sexist or whatever, but I don't know a single male who has been like, "Oh yeah, I sell stuff on there." But I have heard about many,
Mm-hmm.
many, many, many girls who are selling like either baby clothes or their own clothes, or it's basically clothes.
Mm-hmm. So not suitable for high testosterone men who wants to sell their carpets. I
High.
see. I see. I see.
I don't know any high testosterone males, but yes.
The alpha males with carpets cannot use
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yoga.
yeah.
Okay, I see. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah,
I'm not so
even if you,
familiar with
yeah,
like.
literally, if you go to the first front page, literally says close in the first, like in the first thing.
Very cool.
Not even Sinu's stuff, your stuff, your money. It's like your clothes, your money, and in the pink thing here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's.
Fair enough.
But you can find, like, I don't know, even like Apple products, for example, here, because I have. Yeah, you can have you can find stuff here, but again, almost nobody is selling. Like, it looks like there's a lot, but there isn't actually. It's like, I have kept an eye on this for a year, about 2 years ago, something like that, and I was like, yeah, this is not worth even checking, because it's all close all day or every day.
Yeah.
But I would love to, if this would be like way more prominent in terms of like anything else. But I would love that, absolutely, because I need to sell my shit also somewhere. But yeah, no, not really. Yes. Anyway, the memes. Was there any? Oh yeah. Okay, this one. All of us watching The Phantom Menace back in 1999. Why does any of this matter? Who gives a shit about the taxation of trade routes? And George Lucas in February 2025. Because the tariffs, because the Orange Force is now putting tariffs on stuff, and now it's like relevant again or something. Anyway, I don't know. George Lucas is now somewhere going like, see, this is important, damn it. Anyway,
it's almost as if Star Wars is not about lightsabers and stuff, and the Empire is not about.
It's
some
about
space
trade
wizards.
routes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elon already lost $100 million. Yeah, well, I mean,
oh, that's nice.
Who didn't?
Lost 100 million, got 100 billion.
Yeah,
so it's all good. It's all evens out.
Exactly. Oh, did you see the news of like, oh, what was it? Elon already has potentially control over how the US will spend money or something. Control over US money. Something. Yeah. Here. Elon Musk's team now has access to Treasury's payment system. So they can technically influence how the government will spend some money already. So, yes. Anyway. Good times, fun times. We'll see.
Can we just agree that governmental officials should never be so much in the news?
Yeah.
It's just it's like beyond parody. It's like parody of a parody of how many headlines have Elon and or Trump in them.
Ontario stopped contracts with Starlink. But you know what is the opposite of that? Apple literally agreed to use Starlink this week. Apple Starlink. Yeah. Here. Apple's new game changer iPhone update brings Starlink satellite access. Man. Yeah. Welcome to the. Oh man, yeah. You gotta kiss the ring, I guess, and Apple is smooching up to the Elon. Gotta have the Starlink on the iPhone now, I guess. And
oh yeah. Oh, I mean, now that other countries are starting to retaliate against tariffs.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be a matter of, oh, we're being attacked by these evil Canadians and stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we better stick together,
Mm-hmm.
So very transparent and boring.
Sure,
Um,
it's 10 years only in USA. You mean 10 years of Donald Trump or what do you mean 10 years?
I guess that
10
contract.
year or is it 10 years of Elon Musk? Is Elon Musk the next president?
Mm. I am quite
Oh my.
positive that if things keep going the way they're going, someone will try to assassinate one or both of
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
but do it properly, not like that one that happened. I think, I feel like because they're pissing off
Oh yeah.
so many people, or governments,
Oh man.
and
What was yeah.
intelligence and counterintelligence are things that exist.
What was the oh man. Yeah, oh, what was it The Verge? The Verge, Trump data purge. Yes, this one. Oh my god. Yeah, health and climate information is already disappearing from the federal websites.
Mm.
Yeah, say goodbye to climate change info
Yeah,
about
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Say
That
goodbye
was
to
obvious. Yeah.
yeah, all the whole COVID stuff, the whole
Hmm.
climate
To
change, racial equity, or gender identity. It's all
Mhm,
gone.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
Literally deleting websites right now.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean,
Like what? What is even? Oh, and some people apparently already saw this coming because yeah, kinda. Yeah. Because even the U.S. government did some archiving, some backups about like stuff like this, basically, because they
mhm,
already knew that yeah, this is gonna be maybe gone. So let's archive this thing so we can like put it back maybe later, something.
mhm,
And they have been
mhm,
doing this for months and months, luckily. But again, oh man,
mhm.
oh
Uh,
the system is broken.
I mean, when I say that U.S. government is very rapidly, descending into fascism, I'm not making some like exaggerated YouTube statements. I mean it in the most literal sense of the word.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's quite frustrating because, I mean, I understand on some level why this is the case. Why the first people's reaction is to dismiss it and be like, well, I mean, we haven't gotten to gas chambers yet, so I mean, surely it's not fascist, right? But I mean, we'll get there, you know.
Yeah,
They're now starting to
but
build concentration
they
camps.
haven't burned all the books about
Yeah, well, they burnt a
Auschwitz and
lot.
about German Nazis and
Yeah, but they did burn a lot of books.
yeah. I
And they
mean,
did ban
they will
trans people
do
from
the
serving.
whole they will do the whole Nazi thing before after they have burned all the evidence that this ever happened in history.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Uh, but they did ban trans people from serving in the army now. They are
Mm.
building concentration camps for illegal immigrants in Guantanamo Bay.
Oh man, yeah.
And at that point, you're already concentrating them, and you best believe, I mean, you can quote me on that, you best believe that they will try to, they will realize very quickly that they cannot deport all these people very quickly
Yeah.
because it's cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So what they will do is they will put them to work, right? And they'll basically be prisoners,
Mhm.
free labor. And at
Mhm.
that point, are we that far away from gas chambers, Because you could save
Uh,
taxpayers' dollars, right? And those are already undesirable people in the eyes of Americans.
I mean,
And it
uh,
sounds crazy, but
yeah.
he literally already has built concentration camps last time he was the president, and I feel like he was a lot less crazy the first time around.
Anyway,
It's happening. It's happening.
we'll see. We'll see. All right. But Lord's film, live latency 0.00. Really? Now 6 seconds. Okay. My internet is like crap. So whatever your internet is, it's way better than mine. So it's a miracle that we can even live stream at all, basically. I would love to get some better internet here, but hey, yes, it would solve a lot of problems in terms of like latency. I have 4G. Yeah, probably still better, actually. Anyway. All right, but
and of course we can't forget ICE raiding the Black and Latino neighborhoods and ignoring European neighborhoods where illegal immigrants live.
yeah.
Which of course they are. I mean, if I were a fascist, I would do the same thing, right? You gotta raid the most vulnerable groups and the groups that will cause the least amount of resistance in like the general populace. I mean, it's a lot harder to deport like white people, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you kind of work your way upwards. You start with trans people out of all the queer people because they are the most vulnerable group. Nobody like will raise any concern that much, and then you kind of work your way. Work from there.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that it was all preventable, and any people who saw the last 4 years had all the evidence that this is gonna be exactly that. And anyway, but it still happened. Anyway, all right, but what about some music this week? Let's talk about something positive.
Yes.
3rd of February, Creepy Nuts. Very nice. A Japanese hip-hop duo called Creepy Nuts. Very nice. Very nice.
A Japanese hip-hop duo.
Yes.
I am a fan. Okay, I have to listen to Creepy
Nuts.
Yeah.
Creepy Nuts. Very nice. I don't know.
I kinda want to imagine it as some kind of like Japanese mumble rap.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want.
Okay, now I have to look it up, I guess.
Yeah, we have to listen to Creepy Nuts.
Creepy Nuts. Oh my god. That's one way to make a memorable band, I guess, or duo, I guess. Okay, that's the first one.
They look disappointingly just normal.
I mean, it's
generic.
This sounds more like pop than it's almost hip hop and pop somewhere in
Yeah, I mean they look very much like what you would expect a Japanese idol characters to look like.
Yeah.
So
all right. Very nice. Okay.
Does it sound creepy though?
Not really.
That's creepy. Well, does it sound natty? Okay. You don't have to answer that.
Yeah. I wouldn't describe this as hip hop, but okay. Anyway. All right, but
Lady Gaga is making music. She's making a new album, I think. Oh, I don't know.
The who?
She just released Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
she's kind of going back to her monster era. I quite like it. I think Lady Gaga was very exciting when she was in her monster era.
This reminds me that there was a Netflix. Okay, this was on YouTube also. There was a full. Not. Where's the YouTube one? Yes, this one. LA Fire Aid benefit concert, basically. So I was like, okay, and then I saw some names that were like on this on the stage. I was like blown away. Like, what? Like, No Doubt, like Gwen Stefani, No Doubt came back together for this. Nirvana,
Mm,
The smells like Teen Spirit. That like okay, the lead singer is of course gone, but
yeah.
Nirvana was on stage. Like what? There was some mostly like Sting was there, Stevie Wonder was there, Billie Eilish was there.
Mm.
Uh, some
Sounds like a fun concert.
insane names basically. I cannot think
Mm-hmm.
about. Oh yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire was there. Like what? Michael, if you're here, I know Michael loves Earth, Wind, and Fire. Um, there were some Stevie Nicks, Rod Stewart, who is like 80, was performing there. Like crazy lineup.
Well, there you
Uh,
go. We already got a bigger event than a Super Bowl.
yeah, this Alanis Morissette, like yeah. Anyway, great.
Another
This is
another thing that happened in the world of pop culture that just I thought that people need to be aware of is that Kanye West crawled out of a
oh
rock, a cave,
oh,
and
and Red Hot Chili Peppers also, by the way. Okay,
that's fun.
yeah.
And he invaded what was it? Grammys? Was it Grammys? Grammys
Wait,
so early in the year.
wait, what? I don't follow anything that Kanye West
Yeah,
does,
and
but
he just made a public appearance with his not Kim Kardashian,
oh
who was completely naked. I don't. I would suggest. I would
yeah, but
advise against googling that and showing it on stream
yeah,
because she's
I
literally naked.
yeah, but that's her thing. That's the only thing that I know about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She has been naked for years, but
Okay, Grammy. Yeah, yeah. It
but
was a
what
Grammy
was she
ceremony.
like naked or like
And let me confirm. No, I mean, of course she wasn't naked, but
okay, yeah.
I mean,
Then
she
then
was
she was
wearing
like yeah. That's what she does.
Is there a picture of her?
That's what she does. Okay,
No,
now
here's no picture of her.
okay, now I need to I don't want to
I mean,
stream that.
I no, don't Google that because she was. I mean, for all
Yeah.
intents and purposes, she's naked.
She has cloth, but it was same color as yeah. That's what she does.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
the first
So
time.
she's
This has been for years. This is the only
yeah,
fact I know about Kanye West.
yeah,
That
yeah,
her girlfriend is now like naked all the time in public. Basically,
yeah.
there are
Uh,
millions of pictures. Um,
mhm.
but okay,
I mean,
now I need to see the outfit. I guess then.
yeah, just don't show the stream.
Yeah.
I wasn't even necessarily surprised by the nakedness. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the fact that Kanye West entered the pub, like my mind's eye for the first time in like I don't know, since he went crazy, whatever, a couple years ago. That was interesting.
Wait, I don't even. Is she naked? I think she is like I only find blurry pictures.
Yeah, well, of course they are censored, but she wasn't wearing anything that would cover. I mean, she seems to be wearing just
Okay.
outfit made out of completely sheer fabric,
Yes. Okay.
right?
Yeah. All right. I get the picture, I guess. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. So technically, you could probably say that it's some kind of like chiffon or something, like a single layer of chiffon
Yeah.
or organza or whatever this is made out of. But I
Yeah.
mean, she's, for all intents and purposes, naked.
Oh, okay. Lotus film is to the rescue.
Yeah, of course she
Uh
has. There is a cloth that exists on her body, but
yeah.
it's sheer. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, with thank God,
yeah.
I'm up to date on my kind of West news for the year, I guess now. So,
What
but
is that fabric though? I want someone to tell me what this is because it sort of gives me. Do you know what this is giving me? This is giving me like the fabric
sausage.
that.
It's a sausage.
Yes, yeah. Or it just gives me like the
The,
fabric that you like nylon that you use for
mm,
tights,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
but
that.
at the same time, even more like thin, even thinner than that.
Yes, specifically made even thinner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, good for her. I mean, I don't really mind her
You
being
just
naked if she wants to be naked at the Grammys. I
yeah,
don't know how the organizers were feeling about it, but
yeah,
I mean,
and how the kids felt about it. If there are any
yeah, that's not
kids
true.
also at the event, but hey,
Also, what's the age rating on Grammys? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but this week I have been listening to Ludovico Einaudi because last week he released an album and I haven't found my favorite yet, but hey, I don't know. Well, I will need to figure out my favorite from there. But yeah, they're pretty good as far as I can
Mhm.
tell so far. In other music news, I guess AC/DC is coming for the first time to Tallinn,
Oh, that's fun.
which is kind of what I'm kind of a AC/DC fan, kind of, sorta, a little bit. But yeah, of course, the lead singer is like they have changed. This is the third one, if I'm like, but well, the first one kind of died, and the second one, I don't know what happened to the second one, but this is, or
This
is it?
is like it's like a retirement plan for popular bands of the past.
Oh yeah,
When they retire and they all go on tours and visit all the different countries they never got to visit when they were actually popular.
yeah, pretty much.
And
Also,
and their
yeah,
life.
literally speaking off, basically, because this summer is like insane for
Mm.
music events.
Hmm.
Justin Timberlake is coming for the first time ever to
He is?
Estonia this summer.
Yeah.
Brian
Is he
Adams
music?
is coming again to Estonia. Not the first time, but the second time,
Is
because
Justin Timberlake musically relevant in the year
I
2024?
mean, if you want to, then
Has he made music?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
still makes, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's Justin. I mean, not like super actively, but
I
yeah,
mean, as recently as January 25th, he made a music video for a new single, so
yeah.
I
See,
guess that counts as making music. Okay, good, good.
yeah. Wait, I have. There's a new album. Wait, what? I didn't know
There seems
about
to be a new album, yeah.
everything I thought I was. I completely missed this. Okay, weird.
Uh,
I need to listen to this
are
also.
we living in the era of resurgence of Justin
Anyway,
Timberlake?
yeah. I mean,
I mean, I
he
wouldn't
has
hate that.
been constantly doing music.
Yeah, but I mean, like in a big way, like
Yeah.
in a big like boom, like
Oh
Taylor Swift.
yeah. I don't know. And who else was like coming to Estonia this summer? Uh, uh, um, I'm blanking. Something. I can't remember. Anyway, there's some other artists also that are coming to Estonia, basically like, for the first time ever. This summer, because we don't get a lot of
Well,
huge
I mean, we
names.
just recently had the Weekend concert in
That's right.
Estonia.
Yes, the weekend last
Uh,
year was the first time
mhm.
ever.
And he's, I would say, like an A-list
Oh
performer
yeah,
in the year
he hit.
2025,
Yeah.
2024, whatever.
Yeah.
So
2023.
no, it was in 2023.
What is
Oh.
time? I thought I was also.
It was literally like yesterday. I remember my colleague from piano went there and she was like obsessed. No, she is obsessed with him, and she was like there, and
Yeah.
it was the best day of her life, and it was 2 years ago.
Yeah. September of 2023. Yeah. No,
Okay, well, not 2 years ago, but a year and a half.
or August. Wait, what? How is that even?
Mm-hmm.
This was last year. What are you talking about? What? No.
Did we not just literally have the same
Yeah,
reaction
yeah,
second
yeah.
last like last week?
Yeah, GTA 6.
GTA 6 teaser of a teaser, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently it
yeah.
was like 3 years ago or something. Yeah.
No, it was not last year. We were both completely 100% sure that GTA 6 was last year.
Like literally just happened, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but no, it was 2023.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Y2K was 25 years ago.
yeah. Like what? Like what?
An entire generation ago.
Anyways, all right. So, TV shows, movies. What
Hmm.
have you been watching something?
I haven't. I don't know. Because of my sickness, I don't really feel like mentally engaging very much. But I did
Hmm.
actually end up going to the theater because we were gifted tickets by yourself and your
Oh, yes.
girlfriend,
Yes.
and I did wear a mask like a good citizen that I am the entire time,
Hmm.
and we watched uh, Swan Lake. Oh my god,
Oh, yes.
forgot for a second what we watched. Neither of us has seen Swan Lake. Well, I mean, of course everybody like knows what Swan Lake is about.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was quite non-standard production. I'm not entirely sure what they were trying to say with the production
I mean,
because like
oh my god.
Swan Lake is all about
This could be
this
from
guy.
this could be from Baldur's Gate or something.
It's very dramatic. Yeah, it's very that. It's very that. Uh, I guess depends on production again. What the
Hmm.
production really is like. But yeah, this Estonian one was interesting because like the point of Swan Lake is like, oh, this guy needs to get married because reasons,
Hmm.
and he doesn't like anyone because I don't know reasons. And then he finds this girl who is a swan who shapeshifts between a swan and a girl, and then there are
Oh my
different
god,
ways
it
that they
is
can
Baldur's
go.
Gate. What?
Well, it's the other way around. Baldur's Gate is Swan Lake,
Yeah, okay.
Uh, and then it can go many different ways. Either he cheats on her and she remains the swan forever and ever, or he doesn't cheat on her and falls in love with her and she turns into just a human person. And this is usually how it goes with like productions.
Hmm.
But in this one, they went so in such a weird territory with it. Like they made up, well, didn't make her up, but like they made like a mom as like an important character, which she, fair enough, she usually is, and she's the one who's trying to get him married and
All
find
right.
him a girl. So in this version, she's replaced by a dad, I think, who is trying to do the same thing, and such a huge emphasis is put on the mom who dies during childbirth, which I have no idea where they got that from, but
Yeah.
and so the entire time he's like haunted by the images of his mom, which is weird because if she died at childbirth, he never had seen her, right?
Hmm.
So of
Yeah.
course, I mean, it's tragic and everything, but I wouldn't imagine that a person who has never met his mom would be so haunted by her in such a like vivid manner, right? He's like he can't sleep, he like has nightmares, all of this kind of stuff
Okay. Yeah.
because of his mom, and then somehow she also appears in the Swan Lake, and then the Swan Lake swan that is like supposed to be important to the story doesn't seem to be as important to the story, and she's always kind of like dances around with the well, in the story she's cursed by some kind of evil wizard for reasons. Uh, and but in this production, she to me she didn't really seem particularly like pressed by this fact, and she kind of was feeling herself, and she was kind of dancing with the wizard, and I didn't really notice much tension.
Hmm.
And I also didn't notice much tension between her and the protagonist of the story, but the mom was all of a sudden important. And then I was like, what were they going for? Is it some kind of weird, like, Oedipus, like, complex thing they're trying to go for?
Yeah.
And then it seems that they have done some kind of like time travel thing, because at the end of the story, it kind of makes it seem that the entire production was a flashback, because the ballet started with the guy's his father's wife dying, and him, like the boy, uh kind of coming to life,
Mm-hmm.
bringing into this world. And then it seems as if like the entire story was just this father's story of his youth.
All right.
Perhaps, I don't know. They really went for it. I was like, and I knew what the story was supposed to be going into, so I didn't just spend money on the brochure.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was like, what did I just watch? I mean, they had me most of the way there, and I was like, okay, well, that's happened.
Yeah.
But it was still beautiful. I mean, ballet is pretty, and
Yeah. Also, all these things that you just
mm,
mentioned, they're also Boulder Skate. Anyway.
yeah, yeah. All right. What isn't in Boulder State?
Yeah, what literally at this point, oh my god, I have seen everything. Everything that there
Hmm.
is possibly you can have in a video game you have in
Yeah,
Boulder Skate. Anyway.
yeah. And my main takeaway from the ballet was, I don't know if anyone has ever come to this realization before, but I have come to realize that ballet dancers have pretty good butts.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean
I thought it was an important thing to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of put it out there.
I mean
Which
this
it kind of seems self-evident, because of course they are like fit and
yeah.
strong people who dance, and I mean that kind of would imply that they have good butts.
Mm-hmm.
But in this specific ballet, they were wearing a lot of clothes that were not like tights, but like just normal looking clothes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, their butts look good, so that happened.
Yeah. So if nothing else, you can
Put that on your One M in the Theater review thing. Yeah,
exactly.
10 out of 10, worth the watch.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, but very nice.
But it was fun. And
Uh,
it was quite short, I would say, for like a ballet. I
mm-hmm.
think it was done in like 2 hours. 2 hours plus a break.
Yeah. All right. From my side, I watched a whole entire. Oh, actually, no, 2 episodes now of Severance, technically,
Mm.
which is kind of. I somehow managed. I don't know how, but hey. Which is kind of weird because the first episode was like, here's the new one, and we don't explain anything. And the second one comes along, and okay, now we're gonna explain all the stuff that happened, which is like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not the whole TV series. I mean, but the second episode explained what happened in the first one,
Mm.
which is
Well,
which
you have to. They want you to go beyond the pilot episode, right? Well, I guess it doesn't count because the pilot episode of season
yes,
2 doesn't make any sense.
yes,
But they want you. Everything is now gauged in the minutes watched or something, right? So
yeah.
as soon as you start episode 2, it's already ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
The season is a success.
Yeah, the first episode, it somehow felt like they were a little bit too afraid of like, well, it has been 3 years. We have to deliver anything of shock value or like keep them engaged, and this is what it all led up to 3 years of waiting or something, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time to explain anything. We just need
Mm-hmm.
to put everything shocking out there right now, and then the second episode comes along and it's like, okay, that's why we did this, and that's why this is going this, and I don't know, kind of weird. I haven't seen like, and there was no, the weirdest part, I was pretty sure that after 3 years the first thing you're gonna show is like, what the hell even happened in the season 1, because nobody remembers anything anymore because 3 years have been passed. But
Mm-hmm.
nope, they didn't show anything. They just, nope, this is where we left off. This is where we are starting to go right away. We don't explain anything. And in the second episode, they just explain the first episode of the season 2. which is anyway weird.
It's like when you read philosophy and then you have 1 page of the actual philosophy and 3 pages of the author's interpretation of what's happening. Like not the author's, but usually the translator's interpretation of what you're reading about. It's kind of like that. It's not a Netflix series; it's an
Yes,
Apple TV
it's
series,
yes. It's an Apple TV series, so it's
and
like
that has quite a lot of shows that
uh,
have multiple seasons.
yeah. I mean, Apple has some money,
Apple is not as reckless to just like cancel shows left and right.
but I feel
But
also I feel
mm,
like the actors have been like aging a little bit in
oh,
those 3 years also.
you
Like
mentioned
the
that.
main character has some wrinkles more than
Oh, on the topic of wrinkles, another nugget of information that I decided to put out in the universe. It has come to my attention that Donatella Versace got a new face,
okay,
and she looks quite good.
all right,
I mean, she's kind of infamous for having
yeah,
very particular looking plastic surgery, right?
yeah.
But she looks quite wonderful. She looks like a 70-year-old lady now.
Oh, okay,
So that's that.
okay,
Mm,
good, yeah.
and going back to Severance. Oh yeah, I
Uh,
was gonna say, isn't this very symptomatic of like TV shows coming out in the current era, where it almost feels like a lot of the time you have writers who have 3 episodes worth of stuff, and
mm-hmm.
so they end up making 3 really good and packed episodes,
Oh yeah,
and fill the rest of the time with just like
oh
exposition and
yeah.
explanations, right?
Yes, which
And
I
then
hate. It's so unbalanced somehow. So
and then
because
you end the season on a cliffhanger, obviously.
yeah, and you drag along many seasons because of this, because it could have been like a 2 season, 3 season whole show, but no, we
Mm-hmm.
have to make 6 seasons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
And then
like
it gets cancelled after the third one, so you
yeah.
never get any closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so basically season 2 after 3 years of waiting, I'm like meh, pretty
See,
meh.
that's the problem. That is the problem. The longer you wait, right?
I mean, again,
The expectation.
only 2 episodes. Who knows
Yeah.
what the
Well, it could all come together, right? I
yeah,
mean,
but but uh,
maybe.
oh my god, it's yeah, 3 years of waiting, and this is what we get. Like pretty meh.
Yeah. At certain point when I'm waiting for something, whatever the final product is, it never lives up to your expectations of what it should be, right?
I mean,
So you have to be
and
well,
my
even though 3 years, I wouldn't say it's like super long time to wait
yeah
for, let's
yeah.
say, a season of a TV show, but yeah.
Mm. Anyway, uh, gaming 15 years waiting at that week and that we have 90 show, yeah, bigger gap, yeah
Some things don't need sequels, you know. That's all. That's another thing. Sometimes you can just
yeah,
let it go. And who
agreed.
makes the 70s show in the 90s?
Yeah
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah exactly.
Just go watch
How,
Shogun or something.
yeah, how about the free game of the week,
Oh, fun.
Undying? Oh my god.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ, why?
That sure sounds like a video game's name.
Yes.
What is Undying?
Oh my god, please, for the love of
Same actress, but much older.
mixed. Oh, what? This is very nobody is playing this game.
I don't. Some kind of
Uh,
like multiplayer game. Doesn't seem
I
like.
don't. I no, probably not.
I don't. I don't quite like on the topic of like actors coming back much older to like reprise roles or something. I don't hate it as a general rule.
Yeah.
I feel like it could work. What would be a recent example? I guess like when in the recent Scream films, what's her face?
Oh, I know who you mean.
Like the main lady
Yeah,
makes a comeback.
Alison
Courtney
Hannigan.
Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Makes a comeback and just exists in the most recent ones. I feel like it's okay. I mean,
Hmm.
it's a throwback, it's a reference, it's meta. But I mean, Scream is meta by definition. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
it's
don't know if necessarily the 70s show needed a sequel. That I'm not entirely sure.
yeah.
But
Or
I have never seen the 70s show.
I haven't either, unfortunately. Okay, but gaming. What's going
Uh-huh.
on? What have you been gaming this week?
Yeah. Well, I finished Zelda 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
started to play Zelda. So conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Conclusion. Uh, it's alright. As a historical artifact, I feel like it's fine. I mean, as a game, it's what it is.
Hmm.
Very simple, very quite basic, quite difficult, I would say, which is not unusual for NES games.
Yeah,
Well, I
quite.
should say
Yeah, I
it
remember also this was quite difficult at the time
mhm.
when I was playing it.
It's difficult, annoying, kind of like somewhere in that general direction.
Hmm.
The later dungeons get quite difficult and annoying. Um, we'll never probably play this game again. I mean, I feel like experiencing it once is enough.
Yeah,
And of course, the thing that I already mentioned previously that, yeah, like the fact that so many secrets don't have
yeah.
any signposting
Any hint?
whatsoever. Mm-hmm. The game does sort of rectify it somewhat because later in the game you unlock an item which allows you to infinitely use the item that some of the secrets are hidden behind. It doesn't really help because then you would have to just like manually walk up to every bush and light it on fire to see if there is a hole in it.
Ah,
Which I mean, you can agree that is not the most elegant solution.
yeah.
But at least the game is trying to kind of address
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun. I mean, for such an old game, I feel like it's a pretty interesting little um, nugget
Yeah.
of quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think that it's necessary uh, to play this game, other than to just like educate yourself. But I feel like you would get from this kind of game, you would get most of the experience by just watching a playthrough of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be like faster as well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Another game, yes, that I have to bring up. It was leaving Game Pass. It's not out of Game Pass yet. So if people want to check it out, they can. It's called Return to Grace.
Ooh. Uh.
Okay,
Yes.
so this being the year 2025, of course, it's about AI. I'm not even kidding. It's literally about AI. So it's a first and foremost, I have to say that it's a walking simulator kind of game. Also known as like interactive drama or something like that. So very kind of low on action. You basically just like experience the story, walk, do some light puzzle mechanics, if you can call them that, and then the story kind of ends.
Oh,
Uh, that
interesting.
being said, the story is not bad. So what is it? You play as a lady who is an archaeologist, and the game takes place hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she is an archaeologist, and she comes to this planet, or I don't know, no, some kind of like spatial object, in order to find out what happened to Grace.
Mm.
And what is Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Ostensibly, Grace is like an AGI,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this kind of like super advanced artificial intelligence that was created at some point
Yeah.
and kind of set loose into the world. And she has become this sort of like semi-prophetic, like religious figure where people would like conduct pilgrimages into this planet, into the spire, as they called it,
Mm-hmm.
looking for answers to some questions about like whatever they had questions about.
Yes.
And then at some point, Grace just disappeared. She just kind of left this world, and the humanity submerged into hundreds of years of darkness and war and strife. And so, yeah, many hundreds
Oh.
of years later, this lady is archaeologist, and she just goes back to this planet and tries to figure out what happened to Grace.
Okay.
Hence, Return to Grace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Uh, it's not terrible. I mean,
Did you
I
finish
guess you
it?
could. I did finish it, yeah.
Okay.
It's vaguely philosophic, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can we
hmm?
can we even live without a god, a oracle, an AI or something?
I mean, I guess. I mean, nobody's gonna play this game anyway, so I may as well just discuss what it kind of is about.
Yeah, this is
Basically.
yeah, it's very yeah, 64 users have been giving a review.
It's very kind of very super niche, and yeah,
Very
didn't get much
niche.
traction, but it was leaving Game Pass, so I figured why not. And I saw that it
Mm-hmm.
was like 2 hours long, so it's basically like a film, a very low action film.
Yeah.
Okay, so what ends? So what's the story? How it concludes? So what happens when you get to the station is that you get confronted. You don't get confronted, but you engage with other AIs
Oh.
that you later then learn that they are basically parts of Grace. So
Ah.
if she is like an AGI, then you can call them like LLMs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Mm-hmm.
build different LLMs that are responsible for different aspects of human intelligence to simulate them, and then somehow they combine them, and this combination kind of ended up being this like comprehensive like AGI.
Okay.
So you interface with parts of this AGI, like parts of these like there's empathy, control, logic, like stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and they kind of help you navigate the puzzles, navigate the story. And then you get to the end of it, there isn't really any twist necessarily, so you find Grace and you reassemble her.
Yeah.
You put all these parts together and they combine into what was formerly known as Grace. So the twist of the story, or the conclusion of the story, is that uh, she she kind of shuts herself down. Basically,
Ooh. Okay.
uh, she was trained. She learned whatever she knew on human wishes, and it was
Mm.
done in such a way that the pilgrims who would come to this structure would record their wishes in like a oral form into like recording devices and submit them to
Mm-hmm.
be analyzed by Grace. And then she would analyze these wishes. And then when she saw patterns and like some people were concerned with specific things, right?
Mm-hmm.
She would record sermons where basically she would answer people's questions, and these sermons would be delivered by the temple's keepers to the people. So she didn't directly communicate to humans, but through this person, through
Yeah.
this keeper.
Okay.
And so basically, people started listening to Grace. People traveled, asked questions, wished wishes. She would provide feedback and like tell people better way of like doing stuff. And this ushered in the era of prosperity and like amazingness.
Oh my god.
And she's portrayed in this very like oh yeah like a semi-religious figure, like a
Yeah, I
being a
was
being
just gonna say this look. Oh, this sounds very godlike, almost
a being
like a
definitely yeah
religious
yeah.
figure that. Uh
Yeah.
and now my mind started to go in. Is it in the future when we have
Mhm.
like AGIs? Some
I
people
mean, it
will
wouldn't be the
no. This
worst
is my
thing.
god now.
I mean, this wouldn't be the worst thing because what so
Ugh.
she was trained on the like questions and concerns and like problems that humans had, and
Mm-hmm.
it did make her like a supremely like attuned to the strife of human beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she was genuinely trying to like help people and provided like some answers, and because of that, humans followed it, and it ushered in the era of prosperity and peace.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I'm assuming it's not specifically like implied in this, but I'm assuming is that these like sort of deification of grace happened after, right? So this structure that you're exploring is very temple-like. It's an
mm-hmm.
entire kind of like complex of like people lived there, people worked there, and like the top of the structure is very like temple-like. They were like worshiping grace basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So what ended up happening in the story is that she shut down herself at some point because basically
Mm-hmm.
she thought that without having all these answers and having all these good things happening made humans kind of lazy and
Yeah.
demotivated, and they didn't have any kind of friction in their lives.
Not not related to real life at all. By the
Yeah,
way.
so they become dispassionate, kind of like apathetic, and she thought that like she had higher opinion, I guess, of humans.
Yeah.
So she thought that by shutting herself down, she would kind of like stimulate this sort of,
Yeah. Thought process that people are
yeah,
starting to think again. I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening, because humans are humans, what ended up happening was hundreds of years of war and strife and economic problems.
Yeah. All right.
And so at the end of the game, you're not presented with a choice because the game doesn't really allow you to make a decision. But you're basically presented with your character's motivations to come looking for Grace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't play like a custom character. She has her own like personal story.
Yeah.
And then Grace tells you like the thing you launch her, you speak to her, and she tells you like the things that why she decided to shut herself down and stuff. And then like she basically asks you like, is this what you want to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel like humanity needs me, basically? Because I don't feel like humanity needs me, but do you feel like humanity needs me?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, then I guess we kind of already have an idea of what would happen next, because you would just restart this complex, and people would start coming and
Yeah. Yeah.
pilgrimages and stuff like that. And if you don't feel like the humanity needs me, then just kind of shut me down and go home. But
Yeah.
nothing happens. The game just kind of leaves that question open. And I thought it's kind of interesting.
So what you're really saying is this is a documentary.
I mean, yes.
In I don't know, 50
I mean,
years,
it
100
hardly even.
years.
I mean, the only sci-fi about this game is the fact that, like, in that version of our universe, people already were like traveling between planets and colonizing Mars and stuff like that.
Mm.
But I mean, by and large, they're basically kind of inching closer to that idea. I don't know how close we are to like developing AGI, but. Uh,
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
yeah, but the thing that I found interesting is that like I didn't really know the answer. I don't really know the answer to that question because if the world needs grace or not. Because like my knee jerk reaction is that like we don't need grace because we don't need higher intelligence because humans are capable of like evolving and becoming better and stuff. But seeing what we're seeing right now in the world, like, is that
Mm-hmm.
really the case? Like, are we actually capable, or is it just something that we like to tell ourselves to make us feel better?
Uh,
Because in the scenario where we combine our like scientific know-hows and amazing like resources and build an AGI whose entire purpose is to, let's say, guide humans into a better future, and we manage not to mess it up with like our biases of what that should be, right?
well,
And we just
that's just
somehow, I mean, that wouldn't happen,
that
but
was
let's say that we.
yeah. That's yeah. All we people have biases all day,
Yeah,
every day. But yeah,
but
yeah,
if we did find a way to do
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and you had this like higher intelligence, not preoccupied with such basic nonsense like money and
Hmm.
resources and like whatever ego, right? Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Because it would, I
I
would imagine,
I
make.
yeah. I would see. I'm still looking at AI or AGI or whatever. It's still like it's a tool. It's a tool. It's a better hammer. It's a better
Mhm.
whatever
Yeah, so very utilitarian
for
kind of approach.
humanity. It's not like replacing humanity, or I would say we are still make well, yeah. Anyway, but we can. But yeah,
Mhm. Uh,
this whole description made me think about like some people will absolutely take AGI as a godlike figure, and if the godlike figure tells to kill other humans, they will absolutely go do it. If
mhm,
they
mhm,
if
mhm,
they
mhm,
try if they take the religious route or something, but which is kind of
mhm,
terrifying.
mhm. Yeah, but we don't need AGI for people to just take some personality and deify it for no reason, right? I mean, look
Yeah.
at you know that person,
Mm-hmm.
who is like semi-religious figure at this point, for many people,
Mm-hmm.
or approaching like a totally religious figure for some people, I'm sure. But the thing is that, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that in this universe the AGI was like necessarily kind of like ruling over anyone. It was like specifically kind of separated from humans
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible. It was like a separate planet, no, assuming that, no
Yeah.
country. And it was just kind of this place where people would come if they wanted to, because
Yeah.
there was no way to interface with her in any other way, so you had to come to this place,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
again also kind of has a little bit of like religious undertone, because like
Yeah.
pilgrimages is a thing that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But
but
yeah.
by and large, people voluntarily followed her advice. Like she didn't have any instruments of coercion,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she was just there to answer people's questions to the best of her ability.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's
But
interesting.
so
I mean, this entire idea hinges on the premise that like AGI is something that we can create, which is very different from the
oh
AI
yeah.
models that we have today, right? Which are not nowhere near what it like would have to be,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
to be considered
But
an AGI.
again, some people already believe
Yeah, that's true.
we have already AGI anyway. So but
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's true.
it's because some people are like yeah.
Some people are satisfied with just what GPT will tell them, and they will just do the thing that
Yeah.
ChatGPT tells them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And
So
they
yeah,
are
but is that not an evidence of the fact that we need something like that? Because of being of higher intelligence and
I believe we
morality.
need something like that. But it's again, it's a tool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean,
we
I would
human.
still say that in this specific like case, in this specific video game,
Mm-hmm.
I would describe her as quite utilitarian,
Yeah.
even though the presentation is very kind of like religious and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not sure, because you see, I think that all of that was specifically made by the humans who lived in that planet and who like
Yep.
oversaw the this complex and stuff, and they
Mm-hmm.
kind of over time build it in a way that would make it a lot more kind of like
Yeah.
divine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
think that Grace herself had any interest for that, but
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, and the connection with the real life will be also that it's it's a completely separate place that you have to travel to, but in the real life it's on your computer at all
yeah, that's
times,
true. That's true. That's true.
24/7.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and it's doing also some things, because this in the game it's like answering only questions, but in the real
Hmm.
life it's already also doing stuff for you
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
So it's like that's also a
Hmm. Hmm.
disconnect. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I mean, it is a fictional, sci-fi
Yes,
story.
of course. All
But in
right.
fairness, in that universe, they have like simpler AIs that are like quote unquote like personal assistants
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
have nothing to do with Grace. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right.
It is
Okay.
quite interesting. I mean, as far as the game, I wouldn't say that it's necessary because it's quite simple and barely has any gameplay in it.
Yeah,
But I mean, narratively,
but
it is
it's
interesting.
thought provoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Uh,
What's
my
yours?
week, wait, uh, of course, has been the Boulders Gate, I guess, again. So,
Oh, is,
okay,
is the gate still standing?
the what?
The gate.
Oh, the gate. Oh,
Is there even a gate? I know that Baldur's Gate is like a city, but is there a gate?
do you want the spoiler
No, I
or?
actually don't. I actually don't. I feel like we can make like 20 minutes of a discussion of it when I get there.
Okay, yeah.
Because surely there is no gate, and I will be disappointed, and I will sue the company for false advertisement.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking
And
will happen.
if there's no big number 3 on the gate, then it's like
That's true. That's
it's like,
true.
what?
That'll be like terrible.
Is it the first one? Is it the second one? What are you what? Yeah, anyway. So uh there is an answer to your question, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Either there isn't one or there is one. Yes.
That's true. It's as likely to have a gate as not to have a gate.
Yes. But okay, so I'm basically in 200 hours now. Okay, technically 196 or something. And holy, the Act 3 is like insanely big. I feel like the Act 1 is like medium, Act 2 is like short, and the Act 3 is like the big kahuna burger, basic.
Okay, even bigger than Act One. Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. It has to like wrap up all the storylines and characters and lives
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's kind of weirdly. I actually don't necessarily like that it's so unevenly distributed, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it gets you a little bit, maybe a false sense of like how big or not big this game is, which is like, I don't know. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like to know how big, and for example, managing resources. Is there like many huge battle bosses coming, and should I save up on stuff or not
Mm-hmm.
save up on
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and how rare the items are,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know anything, and so it's like,
Mm-hmm. But you kind of also wouldn't want the game to tell you because then it would be kind of spoilery.
yes, that is true, but but then at the same time, I think this has happened with some games. I think Cyberpunk also, because it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mention how many bosses, but which is kind of good, but it kind of can like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
guide
Mm-hmm.
you a little bit, because it's like at the end of, so killed the final boss in Cyberpunk. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't use any of this because I had, yeah, this was the final. Okay, so I had
Mm-hmm.
all
I
my,
mean, I guess it's
yeah,
yeah, it's kind of an experience of playing games in general. Is when like
yeah,
you're always like preparing for the big bad, and you hoard things, and then you're like, oh, the game's over, and then
yes,
you're like,
which
okay.
is almost always my
Mm-hmm.
experience
Mm-hmm.
basically at this
Mm-hmm.
point, because again, I have
Mm-hmm.
don't have any like much experience with games
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all,
yeah.
so it's like,
Same here.
I remember even in Cyberpunk, it's like, from this point on you cannot return back, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but okay, I
Yeah,
guess.
games do
And
that. I'm sure Baldur's Gate did that
this
as
was the
well.
first time me seeing and I'm sure this was a thing for many years already, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
but
absolutely.
for me it was the first thing, and I was like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and then I realized what I did, because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to wrap up some quests and stuff, and but I couldn't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it's
But
because sometimes games actually end when they end. Like I'm sure Baldur's Gate 3 ends when it ends. But
I
I mean, I think probably Cyberpunk would allow you to go back to like Night City and
guess
keep playing, right? Does it?
I
Most
don't.
games do that nowadays. You just kind
Yeah,
of.
most games do that actually. That you can finish the game and then go back, I guess, and
Mm-hmm.
have your overpowered characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh But okay, one thing that I'm really impressed by, even if I'm like super high level now, it's still there's some fights that are like an hour long. Still, it's like insane, like or 1.5 hours even. I think maybe some fights have been, which is like crazy, even with my overpowered characters. But
Yeah, I mean, the end
so
game is
the
to
balance
deliver.
is it's very well done in terms of that. And
I guess you have to steamrolling through the late game bosses.
yeah, it's tough, but I think the first no the act one was tougher because I had no idea what I'm doing anyway. But now I have some idea what I'm doing. But yeah, it's like
early game is difficult, yes.
yeah. Anyway, uh, still insanely big game. I don't know, 200 hours, and I think I'm like
Now I have to read.
kinda coming up to the end, so I'm guessing like 220 or something, maybe hours. But again, who knows what's to come because I don't.
Now I have to like reconsider when to start playing the game because I also normally, unless it's a very linear game and like there's nothing much to do other than just follow the main path. Normally, I take longer than average people to finish games.
Oh,
So, because I also read books and like do all this stuff, especially if it's interesting. So now I'm kind of looking at 200 hours to finish Baldur's Gate 3.
now I have been giving up on reading all the books that I find
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. You
because
already read like three, I don't know, War and Pieces worth of lore books
dear
in the game.
God, it's like yeah. Especially now, it's like they're sprinkled everywhere. Every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
room has something.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
not like
They were not holding back.
yeah, because
They left nothing for the sequel.
oh
And to
my.
be fair, they are not making the sequel,
And
so I
now
guess they didn't
I'm
have to.
discovering even some lazy areas where they didn't put anything. Usually
Yeah,
before Act 3 there was like if you go anywhere you find something. But now
yeah,
I have found some areas that it's like literally nothing. Okay, which is
yeah.
like kind of
I
I
have heard people using this as a major criticism that, like, oh, well, the game is phenomenal, but look at this empty corner, so surely it cannot be as phenomenal as
I
people say
mean
that it
this is
is.
a very
And I'm
minor
like, okay, I guess.
very minor thing, but still like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
again, it's a insanely awesome game. But yeah, holy, they have put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
They very polished, very good. Yeah. Something yeah, a little bit repetitive with the rooms and with discovering stuff in rooms and reading all the books and searching every single chest and whatever basically. That's kind of but anyway, very good game. All right. So, what is there anything else? Oh, you did 2 games. Was there anything else? I think
Mm-mm. Not
oh.
really.
Yes. I think that's
Mm.
about it. Yes.
Yes.
All right, Lordsville. Are you still balloon fight and city skylines? I didn't. Wait, balloon fight? What is balloon fight? Do I know this? Is this the next one? Or what is the blue? Yes, I think this is this one. The NES one. I have
Oh,
played this.
nostalgia.
Yeah, I think Lordsville is yeah. This is the same thing. I I think I even showed the same thing. Yes, exactly the same video. City Skylines. All right, then I will we will let you get back to your balloon fights and city skylines, Losfilm, and we're gonna wrap it
You can
up
finish
here.
the game in 16 minutes. That's fun.
Wait, what? 16 minutes?
I mean, that video was 16 minutes
Oh,
long, and it's had
oh.
a
Is it
playthrough.
is it finished?
Mm. I
Uh,
mean, some NES
it
games are really quite short. Yes.
could be. I don't know. Could
Mm-hmm.
be. Maybe it just ends.
Yeah.
All right. It has
Yeah.
been a pleasure. It will
Mm-hmm.
go put on some winter socks or something because the winter is still here and is
Mm.
apparently coming down or something. I don't
Kinda
know.
is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And people,
Unexpectedly.
people, it has been a pleasure as always.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We love you.
Yes.
Good night.
Yes.
Yes.